Hello, everybody, and welcome to an episode of LiveStyles. This is a real-time live talk show for the modern woman covering everything from beauty tips and fashion advice to sustainable living practices. My name is JC. I am your resident social media expert, and I'm going to be telling you all about what's trending online and in the internet world. Now, if you've seen LiveStyles before, you will notice I'm not in the office today. I am doing a fun remote stream. So I am in Arizona right now. I am house sitting. And so we're going to be testing this out today. We're trying a few new things with our stream. One of them being because I'm remote, apologies if it's a little delayed, if it's a little laggy, or anything on your end. We're testing some things out, but we appreciate your patience with all of that because today we've got a super fun show. We are going to be talking all about eco-friendliness in the beauty space and how we can DIY some of our own beauty and lifestyle materials. We're going to be joined today by the queen of all of this, and that is our very own Cami Middleton. If you guys know LiveStyles, you know Cami here. She is our go-to everyday essentials lifestyle queen. And Cami is going to be telling us all about how we can DIY some things and get into the beauty space. Cami, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm so glad to see you. I miss you.
I
We're having
know.
fun in Arizona, though.
I know we haven't seen each other in a few months because we've been testing out these mini streams. So hopefully
Yeah.
soon we'll get back to the round table desk and really get all into it.
But this is fun. It's like we just have the fun girl time together.
See, that's what I love. That's what I love. Let me tell you about some of
Okay.
the updates we've made to the show. And
Okay.
everybody at home, here's what's been going on with LiveStyles. So right now, we are live streaming on multiple platforms. I am on my own personal Instagram. I'm seeing some Instagram comments from Katie ESQ. Hey, Katie, good to see you. I'm also on my own YouTube channels, Vertical Shorts, Horizontal, and we're on all of the LiveStyles channels. We're horizontal and we're vertical in all formats, which is super cool. But not only that, this show is a live, real-time interactive show, which means we need viewers from home to interact with us, mainly so we can test some of these things out. So I am reading all of the comments from all of our platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, all of them. So I need you guys at home commenting so I can practice reading them and really test them out there. But we also have some fun polls coming your way. You guys can video call in if you just need to be heard. And we've got a fun game for Cami coming up. So, Cami, are you ready to get started on all things beauty and sustainability
Yes.
and lifestyles?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Well, first, before we hop into it, let's get to know Cami a little bit here. So,
Oh my
Cami
God.
is our sustainability lifestyle expert. And today she's going to be telling us about how to be more eco-friendly in our beauty routine. So, Cami, tell us about yourself and your experience in this field.
Well, my background is renovation. I used to restore historic houses and recapture them and restore them to their beautiful glory. And doing this, I had a catering company on the side because I'm always busy. And I tried to incorporate all this sustainability in the same matter. So of course, it's going to permeate to my beauty routine. So I'm going to eat well. I'm going to live well. I got to look well, right? Because I got to stay 27, right?
Right. Yeah. No, I got you. I feel you.
So
I
let's
love
make some
that.
beauty stuff because like there's no reason for you to like always have to go to the store to get your beauty products. You can make some of these things that are home that are easy, that are simple, that are non-toxic, that are going to be so friendly on your budget and are going to make you just go, wow, look how beautiful I am for pennies. You can do that.
Oh, see, that makes so much sense because I feel like when it comes to things that I'm seeing trending online, sustainability is one of those things that is becoming a bigger topic online, especially because people are now being more aware of what's in the products that they're putting on their face and in their bodies.
Yes.
People are thinking,
Yes.
what ingredients are in this? But also in terms of packaging with what is this bottle necessary? Am I being wasteful?
Some of these chemicals and these additives are hormone disruptors. They're estrogen disruptors, and they're causing all kinds of problems with women in terms of tumors and growths and skin abnormalities, disorders, and even cancer sometimes. So you really should be looking at your products and going, hey, what am I putting in my hair or my skin? Because you're going right into your pores, right into your structure of your system and into your veins. So what you do on the outside matters on the inside too. So you got to take care of it all.
I love that you said that, and it kind of hops right into our first poll of the day. Now,
Okay.
I'm seeing some comments on or on YouTube saying that my live stream's a little laggy. Again, I'm doing a remote stream, so I'm not in the full studio. So appreciate everyone's patience if I'm a little laggy over here. But again, this is a live interactive show, and one of the cool things we can do are some polls. So we actually put a poll up over the past couple of days over on YouTube asking people what the most important consideration was when purchasing their beauty products. Now, everybody right now can still vote on this poll, and we're going to close it at the very end of the show. But we're going to check in on that poll and see what people think and what they want to start voting with now. So here's how the poll works. I'm going to show it up here. All you have to do to participate in our poll is to comment 1, 2, 3, or 4 based on your answer. Just write into the chat box of what platform you are on. They all go into the same system, and we'll be able to see some of the answers. Now, over on YouTube, we already put this poll up. So we've gotten some answers, and here's how the poll is looking so far. So basically, we asked, what's the most important factor when you are buying beauty products? Number 1 is price, 2 is ingredients, 3 is performance, and 4 are online reviews. So already these are changing because people are tuning in and checking it out. So go ahead and comment. But right now, price, oh, it looks like we have a little bit of a tie here, but price, performance, and reviews all seem to be kind of on the same area. So maybe people aren't necessarily going into ingredients, but oh, see, it's changing already again. And you guys, if it's a combination of things for you, you can actually vote more than once. So if it's 1 or 2, go ahead and comment those here. I see Tanya. She commented 1, meaning that she goes for price. Tanya,
See,
I'm the
I
same.
think price is always going to be a factor.
I was like, Cammy, tell me about your thoughts on this poll so far and what you would answer.
Of course, I'm going to go with the standard. Price is always going to be a factor. Budget's always going to factor. Whether it's you're splurging on a major beauty product or just trying to be economical, it's always going to be a factor. So I think price is always going to be probably number one.
YouTube, I see voted number 3, which is performance. And for me, I voted twice on this poll because I'm a combination of performance and price. Because essentially, right now, the economy isn't looking so good, and people are trying to cut costs without cutting corners. So I still want the maximum performance without having to pay all the big bucks. So that's also into consideration in here. So again, you guys, we're going to leave this poll up all show. Feel free to comment as many times as you want if you're passionate about one, if you're a combination of two. But this is going to lead us into our first segment, which is if we're trying to cut costs but still have performance, maybe we can DIY some of our own products. And Cami is going to be telling us how. All right, you guys. So go ahead and vote on the poll. Again, 1 for price, 2 for ingredients, 3 for performance, and 4 for online reviews. Go ahead and take our poll, and we'll be right back. And Cami's going to be telling us all about how to DIY some of our own products. All right, so we're back with our sustainable lifestyle expert, Cami Middleton. And
Hello.
Cami is going to be telling us how we can, again, back to our poll, increase that performance, but also while cutting costs. Because in this economy, any way we can save a buck will work. Now, again, you can go ahead and take our poll. I'm seeing some answers here. We had, even more coming in. So we'll check in on that after this
Oh,
segment. But let's hop into this demo. So, Cami, tell us about some of the things that we can DIY when it comes to our beauty.
Okay, this is so timely because it's Memorial Day weekend, right? And I went to a big award ceremony last night, which was to award some of our veterans in the entertainment field and give them awards for some of their filmmaking to showcase some of our American heroes, which was a fantastic evening to be in a room full of our veterans. But I got to get all gussied up in a big formal, and I had a whole bunch of makeup all over my face, like a big, trollop, right? I thought
Mhm.
it looked good. But you get home at night and I didn't have any micellar water or micellar water, however you pronounce it. And that stuff is so super expensive. And if
Mhm.
you look at the ingredients,
Are they
no,
not good?
I'm not a chemist. I'm saying if I'm not a chemist, then it shouldn't be on my face. So let's talk about that,
That's fair,
right?
that's fair. I was like,
Let's
"I don't
talk
know enough
about
about ingredients." Yes.
Yeah, so I have all this makeup on. So of course you're not supposed to go to bed with all your makeup on your face. It's bad for your skin. It ages you, and then it's like toxins and bacteria. So I had to get it off. So the good thing is I had a little bit left, but today I was already going to make another batch of my makeup remover. So this is so do it yourself. It's going to be friendly on your budget. And I'm going to say this, it's going to talk about three things. It's going to talk about budget, environment, and your community. This is a great product because price.
Mhm.
Pennies, pennies. Let's talk about. Do you have the ingredients up? I sent you the ingredients, girl. You got to take a look at this because it's so simple to make,
So this is
right?
ingredients for our own DIY makeup remover?
Yeah. Now,
Okay,
let's just say this. It took off my mascara, all my foundation, all my highlighter, all my everything. I used 2 pads and then went
okay.
to sleep. It takes care of everything. Even the mascara that says, "Oh, like, we're, like, water resistant," it takes it right off. And
See,
I had my
that's amazing.
contacts on the whole time while I'm taking it off. So, I didn't have my eyes open, so because that would burn, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying you don't have to take out your contact lenses to take off your mascara and your makeup. So,
See, I'm
I'm
already
just
loving
saying
the
you
sound of that.
cannot.
Yeah, because 'cause
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that I turn into a raccoon every time I try to take off my makeup, and for 2 days, I still have mascara under my eyes. It
Well,
is
you're not gonna have any problems now. This is so good for you. So this is so simple, this makeup remover. It's fantastic. The first thing you're gonna do is you got the ingredients listed there, right? So you're
yes.
gonna get a glass jar, right?
Hmm,
I've got this like little jar, and I already have like a little bit left over, but you've got the ingredients up there. You're gonna add your distilled water, which is great. Or if you don't have distilled water, right? Look, everyone has like a bottle of distilled water. Hello. If you don't have any, boil some water. Cool it. You're done. Hello. Your tablespoon of coconut oil and 2 tablespoons of castile soap. Okay, you've seen this at the supermarket. Your mom has some, your grandma has some. It's just castile soap. It's so good for you. It's pure. It doesn't have any crap in it. You can get scented, but this is unscented. Put that all together, and then you're going to add some essential oil, right? So this is where people go, oh, I see these essential oils all the time. I don't know what to do with them. How does it work? This is your apothecary. This is your drugstore. This is nature itself. Okay. Witch hazel. You're going to take 2 teaspoons of witch hazel and then 10 drops of your lavender oil. I love this. When you can get this at your grocery store or your health food store. And lavender is really good for your skin, for rejuvenation. It's also good for bacteria and taking care of that. Your peppermint oil, which is also great for sterilization and also for your skin and brightening. Oh my gosh. This is oil of oregano. You can get this at the store, but Cami did it herself because she grows her own oregano in her garden, oregano, which is organic. And she bought organic olive oil. She steeped it in this jar for a month. So it is 100% antibiotic. So if I have a cold or flu, I'll send you some of this. It kills everything. So you can put some of this in your mixture too, right?
Of course, I love
Along
that you had
with
to mention that you, of course, have your own garden with oregano because you are our
Yeah,
gardening queen, so I
it grows
expect
naturally.
nothing less
Frankincense,
from you.
I kill everything, so it has to grow naturally. And of course,
Yep.
your frankincense.
Of
You're
course
gonna
you're
drop all
frankincense.
that
Well, let me ask
together.
this. So with the essential oils too, because you mentioned too of like people have so many essential oils and they don't know what to do with them.
Right,
That's me. I buy
right,
them and I go, I don't know what to do with it.
right.
So with those, because I know like people can put them in candles or incense warmers, these are safe to use on your skin.
These are safe to use on your face. These are essential oils that you're gonna use. So you're gonna put all that together in your
Okay.
solution right here, and then you're gonna put your cotton pads in. These are great. I love these. They're 100% cotton. You put these in there. You soak them, right? You close them. Shake it up. It's in the bathroom. You put this on your face, right? You take off your makeup. Oh my gosh. And then afterwards, when you finish taking off, you just put a little soap on it and run it under the warm water, rinse it, and hang it in your little bag to dry. It's done. You use these over and over again. You wash these, you dry them in the sun so they don't shrink. It takes off your mascara. It's gentle. On the other side of it, they're like some little exfoliating, like sponge part, like it's
Mhm.
cotton. It's 100% cotton. But it's like a little mixed texture, so you can kind of like really rub in there and get your skin together. It's so safe and it takes off everything. Everything. And how much money did you spend? Basically nothing.
Basically nothing, yes. And those cotton
And
rounds, those are reusable as well, right?
yeah, reusable. And I just washed a fresh batch. The ones I stuck in there, I took them out of the wash this morning. And you don't want to put them in the dryer because they'll shrink because it's 100% cotton. So you want them to stay the size. So I put them on a little dish in the sun on the porch and let them sit in the sun for 10 minutes and then brought them in here with you and stuck them in here just like this. They're done. I have
Hmm.
20 pads in here and I can take off your makeup, your mama's makeup, everyone's
Yeah,
makeup is off. It's
that's
gonna be great.
amazing. So
But
with
not only
this
that, your
yeah,
skin, I want to say, JC, because you're using these
yeah.
products, the lavender and the oregano, it's erasing the bacteria from all the makeup and the brushes and environmental air that you've had on your skin with that. It's
Mhm.
making your skin beautiful. The lavender is so good. Oregano, these products are so good. Do you know how old I am? I'm 27, baby. And
I know,
that's
right?
why I
Yeah. That's what I heard, that's what I heard. What I also love about this too is that in our poll, so Nick, can we go back to our poll results real quick? Because what Cammie's talking about is directly related to this. So I see that over on YouTube, Julie White, she said that she commented number one for price as well. But what you're saying, Cammie, is that price doesn't necessarily need to be a factor if you DIY your own products. That maybe that number two of you want to be more mindful of what you're putting on your skin, what you're putting into your body as well. And in that case, spend the money to get all the supplies. But then from there, it's kind of like you can
right.
just make your own stuff from there.
Buy a fancier glass jar. This is just a regular glass jar.
No, I
Buy
have the
a
same one.
glass
I have
pad.
the same one from IKEA that I use for espresso grounds. So there,
See?
it's like one of those things that can be used anything there. I
Yeah,
love
I
it.
love it. And it makes your skin feel so good and refreshed after a whole day full of heavy makeup. And when you go to bed, and if you use cleanser on afterwards, of course, I make my own face cleanser too. We'll talk about that in another show. But your
Mhm.
skin feels so great and refreshed, and you don't even realize, oh yeah, I that was so simple. Like, who likes to come home after like a big event and like have to schlep all that stuff off? You know what I mean? Because it's a pain. Come
It
on,
is. It really is. I
this
will kind
was
of
so
off topic,
simple.
but have you heard of tubing mascara?
Which kind of mascara?
I've switched to tubing mascara because taking off my makeup was such a nightmare. So tubing mascara, it's this, I don't know if it's new or not, maybe it's just new to me, but essentially you start with like this base coat and it's white, and then you put on the regular mascara and you wear it all day. At the end of the night, you just get them wet and you pull them off, and they come off in little tubes. And so I don't get that raccoony look anymore because it was the bane of my existence. Literally, like I said, for 2 days, I would have mascara under
So
my
it
eyes.
hardens. Does it become some kind of like plastic?
Like you said, when it comes to I'm no chemist, but it is pretty cool in that sense. But I also
Yes.
imagine too with this DIY makeup remover that, hey, it can take it off as well, but you don't even need the tubing mascara. You can wear your
No,
regular
dude,
mascara and be
you
fine.
take one of these pads off, you're in the bed. You're in the bed. It's done.
I love that. Okay, with
It's
Cami, you
done.
guys, Cami, our lifestyle expert here, she's going to be answering some questions at the end of the show. So if you have any questions for Cami, she's our sustainability lifestyle expert. If you want to talk about eco-friendliness in the beauty space, if you want to talk about more DIY products, drop your comments into the comment box. I'll be reading them all and we'll do a little Q&A with her
Yeah.
later. You can also follow Cami on social media. She is on Instagram at Cami Middleton. We'll put it in the chat as well if you guys want to follow her. But over to some comments online. So I'm seeing that C. Lindbergh says, hey, good to see you. And Shop Queen says, tubing mascara is traditionally black, been around for decades. Okay, see, I didn't know that. So it's
Oh,
been around for a
okay.
while, and maybe it is a black product. And it's one of those things that, again, I'm chronically
We gotta
online.
try
I
it.
saw it trending on social media, and I was like, I absolutely need to sound it. And she says, you sound like you have a tubing base coat. Yeah. So, like I said, it's kind of a double ended stick with a base and a regular one. So, pretty interesting, you guys. But if you have
It
any more
makes that
questions,
walk of shame in the morning so much easier, doesn't it?
I mean, it really does. Of like, no, I just woke up. I'm bright and dainty as normal. Like, exactly, exactly. But Cami, that was our DIY for the beauty space. Do you have any other DIYs for ways we can cut costs and save money, but maybe not in the beauty space, but more in the
Okay,
lifestyle.
this is beauty, but it's also for your home,
Ooh,
right? Because you
okay.
gotta smell good, right? So I
Mhm.
was looking for the things to do. I had to like replenish for the week, and I'm out of air freshener. So you see how I had like just air freshener?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna make some really quick. It's so simple. You're gonna be like, what?
Make our own air freshener. Okay, I could get behind this.
What?
What am I looking at here?
This is witch hazel.
Oh, okay. Which was we already used in the last one, right?
Yeah, so you have
Okay.
witch hazel, and you know it's an astringent, and it also takes off makeup remover all by itself. We're gonna put in like a fourth of a cup, right? You got the whatever. We're just gonna do it right here for you, and we already have the water, right? I have this distilled water because I had a guest and he had a CPAP machine, and he was like, "I need a bunch of water." I'm like, "Okay, here you go. Look, distilled water." I know. I was like, it autocorrect. I was like, "Cool, you're so stupid, right?" Right, right. So boiled, ready to go, and distilled water. So in here, I've got the witch hazel, right? I've got the water. Got the other ingredients up there. Now, I like to mix it up because I like to mix it up all the time because I'm pretty cool. Um, this is I like the smell of rain. This is like an essential oil of rain. So we're gonna just take some drops of it.
So
You
more essential
see?
oils, those coming in handy
Yeah,
again.
because you have these all the time. You can make perfume, you can heal your body. I mean, I don't know what you people are doing, but let's go, right?
Hey, more
And
power
then
to you guys.
ooh, this is violet because I thought, oh, a little rain with a little violet, right? So a
I
couple
love
more
that.
drops. And see, some of these have dispensers on, like you just don't even have to, you don't even have to get a little thing. You can just, it just comes with it. And you just drop them in there. So I got the measurements for that, right? Oh
Easy
my
enough, and it
gosh.
already smells like spring from here.
Oh my gosh. So like know that when you spray this, you're not spraying like other brands in the market, Cancer.
Shaken, shaken.
Oh my God.
That's it? Wait, it's done
And
already?
when it hits, that's it. And when you
Oh,
hit and when it hits the so refresh your couch. You can refresh your whole fabric behind your couch, and it's not going to stain your fabric. It's going to refresh it. So where the cat or the dog is sitting, is it a dog or a cat,
that
sweetie?
is! Look, it's Alfie. Alfie, say
Oh,
hi. That's my
so
sister's dog, and
when
if you
he
guys
gets the
are
roots, you can spray them right there in that spot, and it will spray like a rain of violet flowers, and it freshens your house. It sits in the fabric. It stays for like regular air freshener, and it's fantastic. So you don't like this brand? Use your own scent. Yesterday, this before this last week, it was jasmine and honeysuckle because I had some left over. But you just saw me add the rain. Oh my God, it smells so good. Oh yeah, I'm like in a field of violet and rain. So
oh,
this is done yourself. We just did that. You spray the house, you spray your fabrics, you spray your bed linens, your
mhm.
pillows. Get in bed and go, "Hi, honey.
Be like, "Hey, smells good. Ready for some
Take
fun
me in the meadow."
springtime
I
plans?"
don't
Yes.
know.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. What I love too is that, again, you're just using ingredients that you already DIY'd other products with, that so many of these are so multifaceted that you can get
Yeah.
into DIYing. Because one of the questions I had for you was, what other things can people DIY in their home and in their space?
Okay, so just the other day, so I take care of my dad,
Yeah.
and he has Alzheimer's, and sometimes he has little mishaps, as some of the elderly do. So I did a lot of laundry. Have you been to the store? Do you know how much laundry detergent costs?
I had to buy
Do
laundry
we
detergent
have to
recently.
start working just for laundry detergent now?
I literally was like, "I can't afford to wash my own clothes. What is this?"
I know. So I made my own laundry detergent.
You know what?
So
Oh my gosh. Okay, tell me about that.
so I have made with the initial purchases of my ingredients, I have made this is my fourth batch, and I have one more batch before I have to replenish. Okay.
Okay.
Remember how I said the Castile soap? It
Yep.
comes in bars, or you can use liquid. But if
Okay.
it comes in bars, which you could get at the store, in fact, they had them on sale for like $2 the other day at the store. You take a bar and you put it
Wait,
in
wait, I was gonna
your
say, don't spill it yet. I was like, we might have to bring you back and you
okay, but
tell
just
us
know that
more
with
about the
regular
actual recipe.
ingredients
Yes.
in your kitchen, you can mix them
Mm.
together, put them in ice tray molds, let them dry, take them out, and you've got these perfect laundry pods. You throw them in the wash, and you're done, baby.
Easy enough. See, you guys, that's how easy it is to DIY some of your own beauty and health style lifestyle
And there are no
products in
phosphates.
this economy. Oh, see?
There are no phosphates, there are no chemicals, there's no like cancer agents, there's nothing that's going to harm or cause with sensitive skin. A lot of people have a lot of problem with their laundry. They can't use certain detergents because they leave residue in your materials and it leaches into your skin.
Yeah.
This is going to make your life so much easier. So if you suffer from autoimmune deficiency diseases or things like that, or sensitive to like perfumes or dyes, you know exactly what you're putting in there. So
Yeah.
I can even make my laundry smell like my air freshener. I can even like put some of the essential oils and go, I think I want some rain sweaters this
Yep. Or
afternoon.
you'll be
And
like,
then
oh,
there
I'm
you go.
yep, frolicking through that violet field all day, every day.
Yeah.
Let's go back to our poll. We'll check in on our poll one more time because
Okay.
you were mentioning so many things about ingredients that
I know we're
again
having fun.
this poll is up for the entire show because we're trying to change your mind about some things here too. So right now it still looks like price is in the lead, but maybe this is swaying your opinion where it's like price is the most important thing, which means I might be DIYing some things later. So thank you for showing
Mhm.
us those demos, Cami. And
You're
again, you guys,
welcome.
you can follow us on all social media platforms so you can get this recipe. We are on TikTok,
I'm on
Instagram,
TikTok.
and YouTube. Cammie's on Instagram at Cammie Middleton with D's, Middleton. We'll write
And
it
also
down.
TikTok.
And TikTok, yes. And you guys can see this recipe over on our website. We're at livestyles.tv. But don't leave just yet because we have the best part of
Oh,
the show coming up, and that is we're going to be putting
games.
Cammie to a test with a fun game that she has no idea what it's going to be for. I'm also
I'm
seeing
so
over
excited.
on YouTube one last comment. Julie says her daughter needs to DIY some laundry detergent. So write
Yes.
this recipe down and get them some witch hazel in that sense. But we're gonna be right back, you guys, and we're gonna come back with a game. And Cammie is going to need your help. So get your typing fingers ready because we're gonna be playing some games. Welcome back to LiveStyles. We are joined by sustainability lifestyle expert Cammie Middleton. She just gave us an incredible demo on how to DIY some of our own makeup remover and air freshener, and that was surprisingly easy for what I thought. You were done, and I was like, "Oh, that's it." So good to know
There's
that
no
it's that
excuse.
easy. There's no, but that's for DIYing products. But we're going to be playing a fun little game here about some products from brands that are so wild it makes you question, is that even real? That's the game that we're playing today is
Ah,
it real
I
or is it
love
fake?
these.
Cammie knows this game. We have played this game on
Oh
our
my
full
God.
roundtable show.
Oh
We've
my
done it
God.
for April Fools. We've done it for pumpkin spice flavors. Today,
Yes.
we're going to be showing you some beauty products, and you have to guess whether it is a real beauty product or a fake beauty product.
Oh
Because
my
let's be honest,
God.
some of these brands
This
out
is
here
gonna be
are
so
getting,
hard.
well, I was gonna say, some of these brands get crazy with like what they say the benefits are and the greenwashing, everything. So we're gonna
Yes.
see how far brands have been taking it. But you guys at home, I want you to play along and help Cammie out in
Help
the
me.
comments. I can read all of the comments. Again, we are live on
Okay.
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, on the LiveStyles platform, on my own personal ones. So I better see some comments and I can help Cammie out by reading them to her. So feel
Okay.
free to help Cammie out and let's see if we can play. But Cammie,
Okay.
are you
Yes.
ready to play? Is it
I'm
real?
ready.
All right, let's hop in to our first beauty product and
All
let's
right.
see if we think it's real or fake. All right, our first beauty product is going to be charcoal armpit detoxifier. So this one says it's a detoxifying clay paste for underarms that neutralizes odors and resets sweat glands. Okay, so before you answer, I have Obella Mafia. They say that they
Okay.
love this game, but let's see if we get any comments helping you out. So again, detoxifying armpit. First, I also want to ask you guys, and feel free to comment along. Cami, if this were real or if it's fake, would you try this?
Yes, and I
Okay.
think it's real because there's science
Mm.
behind it.
What do you think the science behind it is?
Charcoal.
Oh, okay. So you know a little bit about charcoal then.
Yeah, you can detoxify your water. You can put charcoal in a glass of water and drink it and detoxify it. So that's great for camping. So why wouldn't it to your sweat glands? A paste, though, I'm not so sure.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
would it work? But I could see that being more real than
Okay,
fake.
so let's find out. Is the charcoal armpit detoxifier a real product? Cami says it is real. The correct answer is incorrect.
It's what?
Correct. You're correct. Did you see? I was like, did you see our confetti? You got it right. There it goes again. There it goes. Correct. So, Cami, you are a lifestyle expert and you do know a
Yes.
little bit about charcoal, but yes, this is a real product and the charcoal
Yes.
does help neutralize underarm odors. So, this is a real product for purchase that you guys can check out. Well done. You got one, but we got more coming your
Ooh,
way because our next
ooh,
product
okay.
combines beauty with spirituality. Okay, you ready for
Ooh,
this one? So, our very
okay.
next product, this one is going to be rose quartz infused nail polish. So, this is a nail polish spiritually charged with healing crystals that promote positive energy through your fingertips. So, now
What are
again,
you doing to me?
as your social media expert, I can tell you guys that crystals is one of those things that is super trendy right now, new age spirituality. And people charge their crystals in the moonlight, in the sunlight, and they set an intention and kind of vibe with it through that. But now you can get nail polish with it directly infused. So that way you're charged all day long. Now, you had a little bit of a giggle, Cami. What were you thinking of this one?
It's so hard because there's science in that too. The science of rose quartz is so good in healing properties and good for your body. However, nail polish is so toxic. Well, how could they work together? It doesn't make any sense. But I'm gonna say, if I were a businessman, I would invest in that company because yeah. So I think it's real.
All right. Well, Julie in the comments says that yes, why not? So she agrees with you, but let's find out if you are correct. So Cami says that yes, this is a real product, and the correct answer is yay! You are correct. It is a real product. But what's interesting about this is that there's not a lot of these yet. So when I first set up this whole
Oh,
game, this was actually supposed to be a fake one because I was like, it's not real. I did a bunch of research and then I did find some on Etsy. So you can get this from more homemade small sellers in that sense, but no big brands are doing this yet, which I think is so interesting because again, scrolling on TikTok, seeing what's trending online, I could see this doing really well. You set your
did
intention
I
for your
just
nail
say
polish.
I would invest in this?
You
I
did.
would totally
Cami,
call
you
me.
are our
I
lifestyle
got
expert.
$10.
You get it. Yes. So it's real, but not on a big scale yet. So we'll see if we can get this more mainstream
Call
coming
me.
up. But well done, Cami. Let's take it to our next product of is it
Ooh,
real or
2 for
fake?
2.
This one is Heineken Beer Skin Cream. So it is a moisturizing have our Heineken bottles and they come in these
What
beautiful,
are you doing
like
to me?
aluminum little skincare cream. But again, the hops say it firms your skin while the yeast moisturizes it. What do we think, Cami, our lifestyle expert?
You are such a devil. You're so good at these. These are so hard. You're a genius. You're an evil genius with a microphone.
They're all wrong or they're all right. Like we'll see. But
Well, here's the thing. There's science in that too, because the yeast in the hops are so good for your bloodstream and hydration. In fact, they even say to
mm,
women who have trouble lactating the first month when they have their babies is to drink a cup of beer because it helps to bring their milk down. And also, beer is really good for your hair to make it healthy. My mom used to wash my hair with beer as a child. Anyway, so I'm just
do you hear
saying,
that, you guys? If you just had a
science.
baby, you can get beer. You can have beer, everyone. That
So
works.
I'm not sure about the beer with your skin per se directly. So I don't think it would work, but I'm gonna and that's the only reason I'm gonna say I don't think it's a real product. But like I said, the other way there's science. So maybe,
Mhm.
but because it's on the skin and not the hair per se.
I
No.
will say, Julie again in the comments says, yes, question mark, that she thinks it's real, but also
So
is it
I'm
true
on the
similar to
fence.
you?
And if I have to lean on the fence, I'm gonna say no.
Okay, so Cami says that this is a fake product. Cami, that answer is correct. You nailed it. This is not a real product, but instead, this was another April Fool's Day prank that came from Heineken a few years ago. But again,
They
one of those things
actually,
that so it's not real, but they came up, excuse me, with this cute little advertisement a couple years ago. And honestly,
yeah.
pretty believable because, like what you said, that beer can be used in beauty products.
Oh my God. Heineken is a good beer and they like jokes too. That's great.
I love that. So, would you try this product if it were real?
No, because I know it would not work on your face. I would do it for my hair though.
Oh my God. I need a beer, you
Put your
guys.
hands above your head
I
and
was
it
like,
opens this thing up.
I think I need a Heineken to wash this down, but okay. All right, Cami, you
Yes.
nailed that one. We got a few more coming your way. And again, comment along, help Cami out if you think that these are real or fake products. Our
Okay.
next product, you ready for this one?
All right.
All right, our next product is going to be a vagina sheet mask. This one is a
What?
single use. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a single use hydrating mask designed specifically for the vulva and for soothing that area. Vagina sheet
Now,
masks. Has beauty
now
gone too far?
what did our viewers say? Yes.
Yes. They're also saying that you are on fire, so you can't let them down now.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it hydrates. Well, you know, you can go to spas and have it hydrated and rejuvenated and
Mhm.
moisturized
And
and
vajazzled if you want.
bedazzled and bedazzled and stripped and Brazilianed. Let's get it. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Would you try it though?
A plumper. Yeah.
It's one of the things that like I'll try it to see if it makes a difference because that's not an area that
You
I
need
think
an
like
audience
you
for
know
that.
yeah because it's like that's not for me something where I'm like you know what needs more moisture and soothing my vulva,
Yeah,
but
you have to find someone to go, is it working? You know,
yeah.
you can't just try that out alone. So maybe it's like a date pack. I don't know. I'm up for
Ooh,
it though.
oh, okay. Well, Nina in the comments says, "Oh my gosh, real." So Nina thinks that the vagina sheet masks are real. Cami, your final answer is that it is real. Okay. The correct answer, or let's say Cami's answer of is it real is correct again. You nailed it. Nina, you helped her out with that one a little bit.
We're
But
having
Cami,
a vagina party. That's all I'm saying.
you know what's so funny is that this is the first game. Honestly, I think you have the best track record of all of our games. You win the most. But I think this game is so perfect for you because, again, we kind of made it tailored to your topic area. So you
Oh
know
my
your stuff.
gosh.
You know
And
your
I
stuff.
have a new list of products that I need to try and buy.
I was like, maybe a little care packager for date night. I'll get you some of those vagina sheet masks.
Like I
But
said,
we have,
we're having a vagina party to try these masks out. There you
ooh,
go.
girls' night.
Girls'
Love
night.
it. All right, we have two more coming your way. Let's see
Oh,
if you
cool.
can go
I could do this
6
all
for
day. I
6.
could do this all day. I love it. I love it.
Okay, so our next one is going to be a caffeine infused toothbrush. So this one is a toothbrush with built-in caffeine microcapsules to give you a boost while you brush. Caffeine infused toothbrushes. Now, I absolutely would try this, but my doctor probably wouldn't like it because I consume so much caffeine that I am 1 cup away from a heart attack. So maybe putting in my toothbrush isn't great. But the idea is that as soon as you wake up, you immediately get those microcapsules to give you that boost. What do you think, Cami?
That is the most ridiculous idea I've ever heard of in my life. Coffee stains your teeth. Why would you be putting caffeine directly? I don't know if the caffeine or the coffee or whatever it is in the coffee that stains your teeth, but I know that some people would be like, yeah, let's do that. And I would love to have money in that company too, to take all of your money, young lady.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that has to be, if I miss this one, this will be the one I miss. But I'm gonna say it's ridiculous.
Okay.
No, but I bet you it's real. But I'm gonna say no.
All right. Julie over on YouTube also says, ew, no. So she agrees with you. So your answer is that this is a fake product, Cami.
Yes,
That answer
it's fake.
is
Fake. Fake.
correct. Here's the thing though, Cami, you're not going to believe this. So you mentioned, I don't know who would make that or what kind of company would invest in this. Well, guess what? Colgate is investing in this. Colgate just made a patent for this
What?
caffeine infused toothbrush. So it is a fake product right now, but it is in the innovation process to become a real thing. So we laugh about it now, you guys. And Nina also thinks that this is interesting over on YouTube.
That's insane to me. But I
Insane,
keep
but
going,
it's gonna be
oh my God.
literally. And Colgate, one of the biggest toothbrush manufacturers ever, thinks it's a great
They're
idea.
trying to get people hooked on brushing their teeth with some toothpaste in the morning.
Yeah, you know that
So are
it's
you
probably not
addicted
very
to crack?
responsible.
No, I'm addicted to Colgate.
What's your drug of choice? My toothbrush.
Peppermint.
Hey, if it gets people brushing their teeth with that little extra boost, more power to them. So
They'll probably brush them right off their face though. Who knows? We'll see.
at that point. So your instincts were correct. That is a fake product, but with the caveat that give it a couple years and this will be real. All right, Cami, our last
Okay.
product. You are
All right.
5 for 5 right now. You really
That
are
is
our expert.
awesome.
But
Okay.
can you go 6 for 6? Our final product
Okay.
is algae eye drops. So this is a brightening eye drop infused with marine algae to add moisture and a glossy-eyed look. So the idea here is capitalizing on like the glossy skin, using algae for moisture and glassiness to your eyes. What do you think of this one?
I think that's even the most ridiculous thing than the other, because why would you put straight up algae and bacteria right into your body to kill you right away and infect you? No, no.
Okay,
You're gonna have
okay.
glassy eyed because you're gonna be dead like a frog, like they float in the water and they're just like, oh, eat that? No, he has glassy eyes. That's what you're gonna be. I'm gonna say no, fake product. And if it isn't, shame on you. Shame on you.
The idea with this one, though, is that they're capitalizing on the glass skin trend, and they're like, "What about glassy eyes? So you full on
Who
look like
wants
a
to look like
porcelain
an
Don."
alien? They're gonna be here in a couple of years. Let's just wait till they get here. Give it to them.
That's so
Gosh.
funny you say alien, because to me, my brain goes, "Okay, eye drops for moisture and for brightening." So have you tried the whitening eye drops, the ones
For
that make
people
your
that have like red or gray, like
yeah? So
yellow
it's called,
eyes.
oh my god, what's it called? Okay, yeah, it's like Visine, but it's a specific
Okay.
whitening thing. So it's less for moisture, but it makes the whites of your eyes pop. So in the entertainment industry, I know so many people that right before they go on camera, they put them on
Oh wow.
and their
They're just like,
eyes look beautiful. And so this one makes them a little bit extra glassy in that sense. But to me, I'm like, what if I get pulled over and they're like, "Why are your eyes all glossy? What's going on here?
look, I
You had
mean,
some fun right before driving."
I
But oh my
know.
god, thank you, Julie. See, this is why you guys, I need comments. Julie in the comments says Lumify. That's the brand.
Lumify. Oh,
Lumify.
Lumify.
Lumify, yeah. So it's less about like the hydration and more about just making them pretty and white. So
It's so
Lumify
funny. I
is
can
a
tell you
real
a story
thing.
about Lumify off camera that's hilarious. Okay.
Ooh, okay, I'll have to hear about that later. But okay, so final answer, Cami. You think that
Okay.
the algae eye drops are a fake product?
I think they're fake.
Okay.
I think I better
Let's see
cross.
if we're going 6 for 6. Is
I better
Cami's
cross.
answer of this is a fake product correct? It is correct! Woohoo! Where's Alfie? I was
That's
gonna trade Alfie.
amazing.
Alfie! Oh, he's over there.
We gotta
Cami,
go pay the lottery. Oh
you
my
went
gosh.
6 for 6. No, that had nothing to do with luck. That was all about your skill and your knowledge in the beauty and sustainability
Oh my
landscape.
gosh. Ooh.
So I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Would you try any of these? Of whether they're real or not, let me know which one you guys would be most likely to try, because some of these were pretty interesting. And we're also going to go back to our poll one last time because we have just a
Okay.
few more minutes to get in your final answers. So let's see how that poll is doing so far.
Yeah, let's see.
So still, price is the number one option here. But go ahead and comment, you guys, if you want to change your answer. Again, you can vote as many times if you want. So if you feel passionate about online reviews, go ahead and spam the chat right now. But you're going to comment 1 for price, 2 for ingredients, 3 for performance, or 4 for online reviews when it comes to the most important consideration when buying beauty products. And again, after this show, hopefully Cami inspired you to save some money and DIY some of your own
Do it
stuff.
yourself.
But to also ensure that you're still getting that performance. So I see Janine Bishop in here commenting 2 for ingredients. So we're already starting to
There
get some
you
of
go.
those in here. So one last thing, Cami, before we let you
Okay.
go, is we wanted to
Just
do a
one
little
more?
Q&A.
Oh,
I
no.
was like,
This
you've
is
told
probably
us
the
so
hardest one too, right?
I was like, no, no, no. I was like, nah, this is the fun part. This is where we just have some questions from social media as well as our
Okay.
live chat about some things that you might be able to help us answer with, being our
Okay.
lifestyle expert. So the first one that actually came from Instagram was, are there any sustainable brands that you're loving right now in terms of beauty and lifestyle?
Oh, yeah. So number one is those Bimba cotton pads that we use. Love them.
Got
Love
it.
them. These
Mhm.
are fantastic. I mean, you get so many washes out of those. I think we also had those wool balls on the show.
I remember
I
those.
love those. The thing about those is they're from New Zealand, but you can get them at your grocery store. I've seen them. You can get your big box store. You can get them on your big box retailers online. The great thing about those is you can also customize those to your own scent. So remember, I made my own scent today of that green and that violet. You can
Mhm.
put a couple of those drops on your wool ball, stick them in the dryer, and your clothes. That's your fabric softener sheet. Your clothes don't stick together, and they smell of cami. I'm saying to you, you're gonna wear less perfume. You're gonna have your own signature scent. And people are like, what are you wearing? I'm like, I made this, girl. Yeah, I make it. So there you go. I don't
I
want to
love
smell
it.
like you. I get to smell just like me. You get to smell like JC. You get to smell like whoever you want to. And that is driving me crazy. The other sustainable thing I'm going crazy about, and only because I've been using it for like the last 20 years, but I just forget because sometimes you just do it because it is so sustainable. You don't think about it. But I had house guests recently, and
Mhm.
my girlfriend and her husband, I guess some of their bags were lost. In flight, or they're
Oh no,
probably
yeah.
somewhere in Arizona with you. I don't know. And
Yeah.
they didn't have some of their toiletries. And so they didn't want to go to the store to buy deodorant because deodorant's like, oh my gosh, as much as laundry detergent, right?
I know that's
And
another
so I
one.
just used mine. And they were like, why would we use your, underarm detergent? I'm like, no, no. It's a rock crystal. It's crystallized mineral salts. So it doesn't retain anyone else's things. You rinse it with water, you wet your skin, and you put that on there, and it makes a barrier. So you still sweat, but there's no odor
Interesting.
ever. And you use it, and that rock, unless you drop it, will last you a year.
Yep.
And when you do drop it, you're like, okay, this part's sharp, but you wait for
Yeah,
you wait for
and
the
then you're just careful. Then
to
you're just careful.
softer.
No, I love that because that's one of those things of like, instead of buying the shredded cheese, you buy the block of cheese, you save half the
Yeah,
money, like, but it's gonna last you a
exactly.
lot longer.
But that rock is sustainable, and you're not putting aluminum into your body, your system. You're not killing yourself with cancer. You're also making yourself fresh. It's a mineral salt. It's sustainable.
Mhm.
It's inexpensive. It's on your budget. It's good for the environment. I'm loving it, and I forget because I use it all the time. But these my friends came in town. They were like, "Oh my gosh!" I'm like, "It's the best thing for you."
Yep.
And so and you can get that at any big box realtor. You can get that online
Mhm.
and at your local health food store. And they're called Thai Crystal deodorant, and they come in 3 or 4 different brands. They're fantastic, and it's a great way to stay fresh. You don't have to get that stuff that you have to put all over your body. You
Yeah.
rub a mineral crystal all over the places that stink, and you're fine.
And then
And it
that's all
costs
you
you
need.
nothing.
Cost you nothing. Speaking of DIY, another question we got from YouTube was, is there anything that shouldn't be DIY'd when it comes to beauty or lifestyle? Because I feel like so many things can be DIY'd, but is there anything that like maybe you're a little bit concerned
No,
about?
I'm going to say no to that because I want to remind you that common marketing and the businesses that we have are based on mother nature. They don't get their ingredients from any place else except for the outside jungle in the air. And if they do, they manufacture it themselves. And that's where the problem comes in because they're trying to cut costs and save pennies. So instead of getting real oregano oil, they're manufacturing synthetic things that then
Mm.
cause cancer, hormone disruptors. Those are the problems. So no, that's the original lab. So you got to remember everything else is just for your convenience. Cancer and toxicity and autoimmune disease and all those things are for your convenience. If you don't want them, go outside, pick something up, enjoy the nature. It takes 2 seconds. You saw what we did. It took 2 seconds to make your house fresh. It took 2 seconds to take off all the mascara. It takes 2 seconds to do these things. You just have to say, okay, I've got 5 seconds. How many projects can I do
Mhm. Oh,
in
I
two
love that.
seconds?
See,
So,
that's a great answer too, in the sense of like anything can be DIY'd because if you're using the natural, safe ingredients, you're not only sustainable, saving money, but you're also taking care of yourself by going natural. So I absolutely love that. Last question for you, Cami. For somebody who is looking to start a more sustainable journey or start being more eco-friendly when it comes to their products, what would you say to somebody who just feels a little overwhelmed by all these green, eco-friendly products out there?
okay. That's a really good question because you sometimes you get out there and you're like, there's so many products, there's so many things I'm supposed to be able to do or have to be aware of, and you just get inundated and overwhelmed because everything is like trying to kill me. Start one place at a time. Start your bathroom or start your kitchen or start your living room. Start one room at a time and go, hey, what can I do to fix this? Hey, is there a lot of plastic in this area of my life? How can I reduce that? In my kitchen, I reduced all the plastics and got glass. They store better. My food lasts longer. So the organic food that I'm buying, that I'm paying $50 million for, stays in my refrigerator a little longer for me to eat it. So start one room at a time, one project at a time. For me, I went through my household cosmetics and went, what can I get rid of? Laurel sulfates. That means I've got to change my shampoo. I got a recipe for that. It means I got to change my conditioner. I got a recipe for that. So the only thing I'm really using, I can make my own soap. You can too. Who has time for that? I understand, but there are brands that do it for you that are sustainable, that are eco-friendly and budget friendly too. So finding what those out. But what you have to do for you and your family, determine where you can start. So start one room at a time and then spread out. And then you'll realize, okay, this is easy. Maybe I'm changing my wardrobe. I'm wearing cotton and natural fibers. I'm not wearing a bunch of plastic that seeps into my endocrine zone. You know how many people are in lawsuits now for like wearing workout wear that are like, okay, well, that's a whole,
Yeah.
again,
Yep.
these are subjects you want to think. Pick a subject, pick your workout wear, pick your makeup, pick one thing at a time and start from there. And then before you know it, it's going to be so easy. You're going to be like, I know all the tricks now. And you're going to call me and then we're going to have a book together and then we're going to a new show.
All right,
You
Cami,
and
enough daydreaming, enough daydreaming. I was like, Cami could do that for forever. But Whimsical Daisy agrees that yes, it's really overwhelming to try to do it all at once. So I love that advice of start small, start in one area, and just go from there. So thank you for your expert opinion, and thank you for joining us, Cami. We're going to show you the final results of our poll to see if you were able to sway anybody's mind or what the final answer was. So again, when it comes to purchasing beauty products, the internet has spoken, and the most important thing to them is price. And if price is your main concern, then you can start DIYing your own things. Yes, do it yourself. Get those ingredients. They are so multifaceted that they can be applied for beauty, for lifestyle. And like Cami said, start small, start saving some money, but then get your own signature scent and really start being more eco-conscious when it comes to your decisions. Cami, thank you so much for joining us today. Again, you guys can follow Cami over on Instagram. That is at Cami Middleton. She is our lifestyle sustainability expert, and she's also one of our other main hosts. So we'll be seeing more of Cami in the future. But Cami,
I
did you
had
have fun
so
today?
much fun. How am I going to follow up that with the rest of the day? I don't know.
I was like, oh,
People
what's
are
today?
not going to
Sunday? Yeah, I
stop
was
and
like, I have
ask
a
me at
flight
the
later
grocery
today.
store,
So
like,
this
how
is
to
the
play
highlight
these
of my
games.
day.
I need more games in my life. I love it.
I think somebody's going to stop you in the grocery store and say, hey, did I just see you on LiveStyles today?
We'll have
And
a
you'll go,
game,
oh,
like game
yes,
off
you
in the
did.
grocery
And you
aisle.
can
That'll be
smell me in
fun.
person. I love it. Well, Cami, thank you so much for joining us.
Miss
We will see
you.
you
Love
next
you.
time. We appreciate it. All right. And everybody stay tuned because I'll be right back to send you off for the show. But that is going to be it for our episode of LiveStyles today. Again, thank you so much to Cami for joining me remotely. This was a super fun stream for us to test out a couple of things. Not only me being remote and seeing how my internet connection was, but again, we're testing out me seeing comments from multiple platforms. We're testing out all of these live interactive polls. Again, because you guys can do this in real time. I can read all of your comments, but we're streaming on all platforms in vertical or horizontal format, whatever you guys prefer. And you get to chat chat with us in real time and learn some of the best tips from some of the best experts and influencers in our field. We are going live every Sunday at 11 a.m. So you guys will have to join us in the future because Obella Mafia says, can we do this game every week? We will be doing games every week. We will be giving you expert opinions every single week. But that just means we need you here every single week. So to be sure you're aware of all of our future live streams, you got to follow us on social media. So make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. That is going to be at livestyles.tv, as well as our website, which is livestyles.tv, for all of our recipes, all of our ingredients list for everything Cami talked about. When we have future fashion segments, you can purchase everything directly on our site. We've got a lot going on, you guys, and we have more content coming your way. So join us next week, again, Sunday at 11 a.m. Oh, actually, I lied. Not next Sunday. I have a wedding to go to. So not next Sunday, but again, that's why you got to follow us on social media so you know when the next live stream will be. And thank you to everybody who was commenting along in the chat. It really helps us out, but I also just love reading your names and getting to know you guys. So Julie says, great show, ladies. Thanks, Julie, for tuning in. Obella Mafia says, amazing show. Thank you again for tuning in. But again, you guys, follow us. Tune in next week or the week after for when we come back. And we will see you next time on LiveStyles. Toodles!